Okay, see that you put lining below because it's on grip, you know, it travel faster and all that. So now I have this. So I prepare this. You want to measure again, how much is it here? So this one should give you about 16. 16 exactly. 0.3. Okay, so now I'm going to prepare the body for the thing. So, okay. So this one here, I will do it later for individual, but this one, I mark the 1.4. I have to iron the 1.4 for the web pocket, the piping double. You see?
This is a piping.
Yeah, this is the piping. You want to be straight and all that here. By the time you iron, the wax will disappear and all that. Okay, wow. You see, it keeps coming out. So what you need is a press. And hopefully stay there. Stay. So it depends whether your chakia is good quality or bad quality chakia. If it's a good quality, you will press it down and all that. So now I have two, one for the top, one for the bottom. Okay. Then I have this one ready. So I have these two and all that here. So the next thing I need to do is my body. Okay. So I have to sew the dart and I've joined to the side seam because the side seam, there's extension of the pocket, right? So I just iron a bit here, 3-4 cm just over the line and all that here.
The fin, right.
Using the
fin
reinforcement thing, yes. Okay, so now to show you how I cut this is what happened. So to show you what is this. So there you are. I had to cut and glue this thing together. And then after that, join the seam, and then you have a pocket and all that here. And so I'm going to show you how to cut the pocket and sew the dart, you know. Okay, so first of all, to do this, I need to cut the pocket halfway, not all the way to the end there. Yeah, so I cut like this. Because after you want to cut the triangle and all that, so you have to leave some space and all that here.
The top line.
Yeah,
0.5.
yeah, about half of this. So yeah. So now I cut away this one. Yeah. So now I'm going to sew the dart and all that. Okay, so to sew the
So
dart.
it's about 1 cm from
Yeah.
this one here.
This is about 1.5. You can do 2
1.5.
cm, then you can cut until 1 cm and leave 1 cm, you know. So now I only leave about 0.5, 0.6 like that. Okay, so now I'm going to sew the dart first before I can join these two pockets, right? Okay, so this is so a lot of people say, oh, don't know how to do. Zoe was, I think she attended the blazer course. She said, I know the pattern, but I don't know how to sew the thing. I say, well, then you have to attend this course, right? I think the book also, they show you how to do the drafting, but usually they don't show you how to sew the thing. So now you need a piece of fabric just for the backing. No. Yeah, this one here. Okay, so where do I put the fabric? This side or that side? That side. Because if you put this side, you interfere with this. You cannot do that. So what I do is that here. Okay. I just cut longer than this, you know. We can trim later on, you know. So I take half of this, put the dart, fold into half, okay, and just put it here. Leave some space here, some space there. So there you are. So I'm going to start sewing from here. You can see that half. So the fabric is about 5 cm wide. You can do 4 cm also, 5 cm, and it's slightly longer than the dart, you know, about, you know, few cm up and down. So you can start using I use a stitch tool, back stitch. So this one, make sure it's half of this, 0.6. Okay, so now I have this. Okay, so the first thing I do is cut away until about 1.5 cm left. This one, I cut exact. The same level. Okay, so this one, why we need this? Because when you sew the dart, you know, one side will be thick, and if you fold to one side, the other side, you need a sort of a balance, you know. So now, I need to cut this one smaller. So this one I can cut to here.
Can you use this method for ladies wear also?
For?
Ladies wear.
Usually, ladies, we don't do that, you know. If a lady's dart is big, especially if the bust is big, you know, they just have to open the same. Here now also I want to open the sort of, you know, because if it's on full, sometimes you can see very clearly from the outside. So I prefer to, you know, trim off, so at least it's flattened and all that. So you need a smaller scissor. I forgot to bring my small scissors, but
I have
Get you one.
yeah, if you want.
behind.
Wait.
The orange one.
Yeah, this is a very good small scissors and all that here. And so at least you can go as far as you can to the dart and all. So it's flatter, you know. Yeah, so as far as can go. Now, so this one I've trimmed smaller. And so this is bigger, so there is a graded sort of thing. Graded sort of thing. Then here, you need to the tip, cut so that open. So that it will be, both sides will be have the fabric, so it won't be thick, you know. Okay, so now I need to iron this part here. Okay, so I'm going to iron using this here. Yeah, so I'm using this. You can see when it's a dart, there's a dimple here, so we have to make this disappear. Okay, so first of all, put it here, don't stretch this part here. Open up this. This is you have to press out. Usually you trap the steam, you'll make it flat, you know. Okay, now we turn over to see whether the dimple is still there, right? So what we do is that you have to iron in a circular way. In a curved part here. the dimple will disappear. If it doesn't, just stretch a bit here. With more steam. So it's very flat here. It's very flat here. So now I have this. Iron one more time here. Put it here. And I need a piece of gold yolk. You can use non-woven interfacing and all that. Knee pain. So this one, use a piece of paper, non-steam. You stick this thing here. So it won't be moving about and all that. So this is to trap it and all that here. Okay, so now we are going to iron the other side here. To put together here. Try to align it nicely. And then you need another gold yolk here. I think I have one piece here. Where is it?
The long one?
Yes. Okay, this is the one. So this is the one that you buy for the reinforcement, for the sleeve and all that. If you don't have this, then use a non-woven one also you can do. But sometimes non-woven one is a bit stiff, you know. I prefer this is softer. So you just put here about 1.5 cm after the done, and then you put here and you can trim off. So you were thinking, oh my god, tailoring so much.
Cut and paste.
Cut and paste and all that, have to do collage, have to do this, hand stitch and all that. I think non-steam. So just to do a pocket, how many steps, huh?
Very low so
It's like Tai Chi lah. Okay, so now we have this. Can you see here? Okay, so now we join to the side. So for the side, I've ironed a bit, you know, 3 or 4 cm, and then we join and make sure that this is about 16 cm and all that here.
So you cut already, then you just push it out and then join them together.
Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to join the side seam together. I think you better keep your.
I will do that.
Otherwise, it belongs to me. Just like Jovi say, oh, I think you took my, what it call? Yeah, oh, you know. Okay, try to sew as accurately as possible.
Side panel to front.
Yeah. Because without joining the side panel, you cannot sew the pocket, you know.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this pin here, and then try to check the waist.
You align the waist.
Huh? Yeah, align the waist and all that. So now if you align the waist, you know, it match, you know. One, remember one is up, one is down, so it match. Okay, then here it might not match. It depends on whether this part is nice and all that. Oh, you can see, I think maybe the shrinkage, you know. The front will shrink more than the back and all. Okay. Okay, so do 2.5. Okay. Okay, try to align this. Yeah, okay. Go slow if you don't want to take out your pin. If you too fast, the pin will break. If you go slow, you won't break. Okay, so now remember we leave 2 cm, right? So I'm going to trim a bit because it's too much, you know. So I'm going to trim to about 1 cm like this. Yeah. You don't need so big.
Is the gap ideally to be like close up?
Yes.
Not like this, right? This a bit open a bit. Like that.
But when you sew, you can't see the gap because it's inside the pocket.
Oh,
Unless you are an ant, you know, then you can go inside the pocket and you can see.
unless I have extra eyes.
Okay, so now I trim and I'm going to open the seam. Ironing. You see, this one is still come out, right? I think because this non-woven is not so sticky as the reinforcement. So if you have,
use the reinforcement.
yeah, you can use it. It's soft and all that, you know. Okay, so now when you're on the iron, you can use this or you can use that. I want to show you how you can iron using that also. So this is also 2-in-1. You know, the clapper and the killer. So okay, let me show you how you people can use this, no? So when you iron, you just put like this. And you iron like this.
It doesn't have to be padded.
You don't have to be padded. So sometimes you want to be hard, you know, so that when you iron, it can stay in shape, you know. But if you don't have this, it doesn't matter. You can use this, or you can use the one that I make from the what they call the Daiso thing, you know. But it's still the same thing. There are many ways you can do it. This is only $4 plus some calico and all that. Maybe I should make this and sell, you know. I can become a millionaire. Not no one will buy.
Yeah,
No,
they
you
get
can
13
say
sale
it's
already. Right?
imported from somewhere, somebody will buy. Maybe I'll be the first one to queue.
So I need an influencer, right?
Sorry, my Instagram account very few followers.
Oh, influencer. 啊，你看我用这个这么好，这么好。是。Then you say what? You're Xi Jinping. So this one round, so your shape, you know, even if it's thick, you can't be imprint on your jacket itself, you know. You still can use this and like here. But anyway, you can, if you don't have at home, never mind. You just have to, one way, you still can use this simple straight thing. Or you can use your husband's hand. You ask him to stretch out, wrap up with some muslin or calico, and there you are. You have a yeah, mobile. You see, this one have to make it stay in place. Okay, there you are. I can turn over. Don't worry about this. So I'm going to draw with this. So this one is about 1.5. This one can iron off, so don't worry. Try to get it as close as possible, if you can.
1.5 is enough from there.
Yeah, from here to here, 1.5. So this one, then you can measure about 16 like this here. like this, huh? Okay. So now I'm going to sew the welt thing and all that.
Start 1.5 from the top.
Yeah, from the dart and all that. You can do 2 if you want to.
Then the entire length is 16.
So the rock, but you do put any back.
Huh?
Get back 50. Oh, okay.
7.
So,
So just now,
It's 16.
yeah. So this one first, you have the mark here. So I'm going to sew this way, this edge to here. You can centralize it, you know. Centralize it, okay. Put it here. Make sure that's why you need a very straight line and all that here. Centralize it. Turn it over. So you know how to sew 0.7, right? So this one is 0.5. So about just slightly off, you're about 0.7. You can try out on a piece of what they call, yeah, fabric, and you see what is it. Okay, so you're going to mark here first. Make sure that this is on this line, yeah? Okay.
The
So-
edge is on the line.
Yeah. So sorry, where's my wax thing? Okay, so this one is, oh, this is the back. Yeah, so this is the front. So the front, you can see the front here. Yeah, so make sure it's on this line, okay? Yeah, so you can see that this is exactly on this line here. On this cut line, okay? So this one here, actually so I don't put pin and all that, but you can match. Okay, so this one you start from here. If you want to start 0.7, check here, and this is where it is okay, about the same thing.
The gap is 0.7.
Yeah, so there you are. So I'm going to sew here. This is easier. So this is 0.5. So if I sew, I don't need all this. The problem is when I use the back stitch, you know, this machine will overshoot, you know. You realize that when you do 2 stitches, you will always sometimes go into 3 stitches. You go into 3 stitches and all that. So this is what I do. So from here, the edge here, I sew from here. So the edge here, this is 0.5 plus very 2 mm, 2 mm here. So I start sewing. Use 2, okay? So this one is 0.7. And so until the marking there. Okay, turn. So you won't overshoot, you know. Make sure this is on the edge here. Yeah, okay, now I can back stitch. Okay, there you are. So I have this one here. So you want to check whether this is 0.7. 0.7 and all that. So half of the opening. Okay, so now I have to do the other side. So same thing, just put a pin here so that you won't catch the thing. And the other one, you will have to put it edge to edge here, and then you sew 0.7. You put 0.7. Oh, I should use the side. Just now I use this side. Never mind. Just make sure that.
Why can't you use the other side?
Because I iron on the wrong side here. It should be iron on the other side. I think waste time, so never mind. It's just as long as you
0.7 again.
0.7 again. Hopefully it will turn out nice. Okay, so here, as you can see, you make sure that it's the same level. It's the same level here.
Basically, it is straight. You will see just like 2 strips of zero.
Yeah, so you know, my chalk here, I mark here. So you can see that here, this, the marking will be here also. Now you can mark this line longer, just now here. And so it will be the same thing and all that. Okay, so this is 0.8 to H. So I'm going to sew and back stitch here. This is about troublesome, but you know, I don't want to overshoot. I want to be exact 0.7. Okay, 10. So I don't need pin as long as I put it edge to edge, you know. This is important. Then sometimes try not to use pin and all that. Sometimes it's easier to sew. Okay, so this one here, chop, yes. So I have this, and I'm going to turn over. But before I turn over, I have to snip and all that here. So I have to snip here. So you can see I have 2 lines. Oh, one side is longer than the other. So I have to rescue, you know. So let me check whether which one I have to rescue, you know. Yes, so I want to check. This is 16. You see, this is too long and all that here. This is too long, so I'm going to unpick here a bit. Yeah, I need 3 stitches out here. And then unpick here a bit. So this one is about 1.4, should be okay. Yeah, 1.4. 1.4. This one is 1.4, should be okay. This is one short of, I think, one more stitch. And this one I can back stitch and all that. Okay, so I'm going to rectify it here. You can save it from the back. We are saving from the back. So one stitch here. Which is the one who need this one? I need 1 stitch more.